The relationship between humans and horses is one of the most enduring and dynamic in the history of our species. For thousands of years, horses have played a significant role in human society, providing companionship, transportation, labor, and even serving as symbols of power, freedom, and grace. From their domestication to their role in modern-day life, horses have profoundly influenced human cultures, economies, and histories. This essay will explore the multifaceted relationship between humans and horses, highlighting how this bond has evolved over time and how it continues to shape our lives. The story of the human-horse relationship begins over 5,000 years ago, during the period when humans first domesticated horses. The earliest evidence of horse domestication comes from the steppes of Central Asia, particularly in the region of modern-day Kazakhstan, where wild horses were first tamed. These horses were initially used for their meat and milk, but it soon became clear that their potential as a mode of transportation and a tool for labor was invaluable. The domestication of horses revolutionized human society, enabling people to travel faster, cover greater distances, and carry heavier loads than ever before. The role of horses in transportation was especially significant in the ancient world. In early civilizations, horses pulled chariots and carts, enabling the movement of goods and people in ways that had previously been impossible. The development of cavalry units in ancient armies also marked a significant shift in military tactics, as horseback riders were faster and more maneuverable than foot soldiers. The horse became not only a practical asset, but also a powerful symbol of military prowess, with kings, generals, and warriors often using horses to project their authority and strength. As horses spread across the globe, they became integral to the cultures that adopted them. In the ancient world, horses were highly prized animals, and their role went far beyond mere transportation. In many cultures, horses were seen as symbols of status and power. For example, in ancient Persia, horses were revered as sacred animals, and the Persian cavalry was known for its mastery of horse warfare. In ancient China, the horse was a symbol of strength and endurance, and it played a critical role in the development of the Silk Road, facilitating trade between East and West. In the classical world, horses were closely associated with the gods. The Greek god Poseidon, for example, was often depicted with a chariot drawn by horses, symbolizing his dominion over the seas and horses. Similarly, in Roman culture, horses were important symbols of military power and were often used in triumphal processions to celebrate victories. The chariot races held in the Roman Colosseum were another example of the significance of horses in Roman society, where they were treated as elite athletes, and their performance was a source of great public interest. In the Middle Ages, the horse's role evolved as it became closely tied to feudal society. Knights and nobles were expected to be skilled horsemen, and the horse became a key part of the chivalric code. The war horse, or destrier, was trained for battle and became a symbol of knightly valor. Horses were also used for farming, pulling plows and carts, which contributed to the agrarian economy of medieval Europe. The relationship between humans and horses in this period was one of mutual dependence, with horses providing both military and agricultural support. The Industrial Revolution brought significant changes to the relationship between humans and horses. As machines began to replace manual labor and steam engines took over transportation, the role of the horse in society diminished. Horses, however, did not disappear entirely. In rural areas, they continued to be used for farming and transportation, and they remained a symbol of prestige and power in certain circles. In the 19th century, the development of railroads and automobiles further reduced the reliance on horses, but they still held an important place in the hearts and minds of many people. By the 20th century, horses had largely transitioned from being working animals to companions and sports animals. The rise of equestrian sports, such as show jumping, dressage, and polo, transformed horses into athletes rather than laborers. These sports, which require skill and precision from both the rider and the horse, have become popular worldwide, attracting large audiences and fostering a deep appreciation for the beauty and grace of these animals. At the same time, horses continued to play a significant role in rural life. In some parts of the world, horses were still used for farming, while in others, they were used for recreational riding or as a means of transportation in areas where vehicles were impractical. The relationship between humans and horses, although less focused on practical tasks, remained deeply emotional, as many people still felt a strong bond with these animals. One of the most profound aspects of the human-horse relationship is the emotional bond that can develop between the two species. This bond is often described as one of mutual trust, respect, and understanding. Horses are highly intuitive animals, capable of sensing human emotions and responding to them in ways that other animals may not. This sensitivity allows for a deep connection between horse and rider. as the horse becomes attuned to the rider's body language, mood, and intentions. Many equestrians describe the experience of riding as a partnership with the horse. The rider must learn to communicate with the horse through subtle cues, using their body weight, reins, and voice to guide the horse's movements. In turn, the horse responds with remarkable sensitivity, adapting to the rider's needs and desires. This symbiotic relationship requires a level of trust and mutual respect that is developed over time, and it is often described as a form of nonverbal communication that transcends words. The bond between humans and horses can also be therapeutic. Equine-assisted therapy has become an increasingly popular treatment for individuals with physical, emotional, or psychological challenges. The calming presence of horses and their ability to respond to human emotions make them ideal partners for therapeutic interventions. People suffering from anxiety, depression, and post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, have reported significant improvements in their well-being through interactions with horses. The process of grooming, riding, or simply spending time with a horse can provide a sense of peace and emotional healing. Horses have long been involved in various sports and recreational activities. From polo to horse racing, equestrian sports have captivated audiences for centuries. The relationship between humans and horses in these contexts is based on mutual respect, training, and skill. Horse racing, one of the oldest and most popular equestrian sports, involves a deep bond between the jockey and the horse, as the rider must understand the horse's capabilities and work in harmony with the animal to achieve success. The careful training of racehorses and the attention to their well-being are essential for success in this high-stakes sport. Show jumping and dressage, which are also highly competitive sports, emphasize the partnership between horse and rider. In these sports, precision, timing, and communication are critical. The rider must be able to guide the horse over obstacles or through intricate movements with great care and expertise. The success of these sports relies heavily on the trust and understanding between the rider and the horse, highlighting the depth of the emotional bond that can exist between humans and horses. In addition to competitive sports, recreational horseback riding remains a popular pastime for many people. Riding offers a unique opportunity for people to connect with nature and develop a sense of calm and relaxation. Whether it's a leisurely trail ride through the countryside or a more rigorous adventure in the mountains, horseback riding allows riders to experience the world from a different perspective. For many riders, the experience of riding a horse provides a sense of freedom and joy that is unparalleled. While horses are often seen as companion animals today, their role as working animals cannot be overstated. For centuries, horses have been used in a variety of labor-intensive tasks, from pulling plows to working as draft animals in industries such as logging, mining, and transportation. The strength, endurance, and willingness to work that horses possess make them invaluable in many settings. In rural areas, horses continue to play an essential role in agriculture. For example, in some parts of the world, horses are still used to plow fields, transport goods, and assist with other farming tasks. The use of horses in agriculture has been particularly important in areas where modern machinery is not accessible or practical. In these regions, horses remain an indispensable part of rural life, helping farmers maintain their livelihoods. Horses have also been used for military purposes throughout history. Cavalry units, which were once a cornerstone of many armies, relied on horses for transportation, combat, and communication. The speed and maneuverability of cavalry units made them highly effective in battle, and the bond between horse and rider was crucial to their success. Although the use of cavalry has declined with the advent of modern warfare, horses are still used by some military units for ceremonial purposes and in certain types of reconnaissance. As technology continues to advance, the role of horses in society may continue to shift. While horses are no longer relied upon for the same practical tasks that they once were, their role as companions, athletes, and symbols of beauty and strength remains as strong as ever. The relationship between humans and horses continues to evolve, with new forms of interaction and new opportunities for bonding emerging in both urban and rural settings. One area where horses are likely to continue playing an important role is in therapy and rehabilitation. As more people discover the emotional and therapeutic benefits of spending time with horses, equine-assisted therapy is expected to grow in popularity. Horses have a unique ability to provide emotional support and healing, and their role in mental health and well-being will likely continue to expand. At the same time, horses will remain a central part of equestrian sports and recreation. Whether in the competitive world of horse racing, dressage, or show jumping, or in the casual world of recreational riding, horses will continue to provide joy, challenge, and companionship to those who interact with them. The bond between humans and horses, based on trust, respect, and mutual understanding, will remain a central feature of these interactions. The relationship between humans and horses is one of the most enduring and multifaceted in human history. From their domestication thousands of years ago to their current role as companions, athletes, and symbols of strength and grace, horses have had a profound impact on human culture, society, and history. And the bond between humans and horses is characterized by mutual respect, trust, and understanding, and it is a relationship that continues to evolve with time. Whether as working animals, competitive athletes, or therapeutic companions, horses will continue to play an important role in human society for generations to come.